Hi there. Are you a network marketer, a businessman, a content creator, and presenting is an issue for you? Whenever it comes to presenting, you don't know what to do. You've been using AI, you use text to voice, you use other things just in order for you not to present. If that is your situation, stick to the end. I'm going to be discussing how you can build the confidence for you to speak in public and speak confidently. Today, we're talking about presenting to an audience. Last week, we talked about presenting to an individual, and we said you don't have to, okay? You just invite them so that someone else will do the invitation, especially when you're new in the business or when it's somebody that you know. And the week before that, we talked about the introduction to presenting, what you need to know in order for you to present confidently. Today, we're talking about presenting to an audience. You have an audience has been placed before you, and you are supposed to present. This reminds me of a story of when I was young. I was in primary school, I think I was 10 or 11 at that time, and I was I wrote a book and I submitted the book to my literature teacher. And my literature teacher was so impressed. He was so happy, and he went and he told all his friends that one of his students had written a book. So he called me to the library to do a summary of what I had written. I was a very shy person. I was very, very shy. I was very reserved. Um, I didn't like public speaking. I didn't like attention. And I just expected that I gave him the book and he just read it and we have a one-to-one discussion with him. But no, he wanted me to do a summary in front of his friends in the library. So he called me to the library and he was sitting in front of his desk. He sat in front of his desk and his friends were looking in. And he told me, "Okay, Fidelis, let's hear what your book is all about." And I looked at him, just started crying. I just started crying. That was the only thing that I could do. I started crying and I ran out of the library. That was how scared I was of presenting. In fact, if you relate to this story and you feel that same way, whenever it's time for you to present an idea of yours, your business idea, your business plans, whenever it's time for you to go in front of an audience, if you feel this way, we're going to discuss this and how to deal with this. So, number one, the mistake most people make is when presenting, they think the whole presentation is about them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Sorry, I'm this blunt about it, but the truth is, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your story. Nobody cares about you. You go on stage and you start blabbing about, oh, I met this person, or you're trying to show how intelligent you are. You bring out all the data, look at all the graphs, look at all this going up and down. People don't care, especially when it comes to network marketing. People come to listen to a transformation. The invitation tells them that they are coming to witness a transformation. The invitation says, most times it says, I've have signed up to something and it's changing my life. Come and see what it is. When they come, they expect their lives to be transformed. Their lives to move from where they are or where they were to where they want to be. They don't want to hear about how Musa was at the gate and somebody came to do this and that and that and that. Those are details that they don't care about. You lose the audience, they lose interest, and that is it. But when they hear about how this opportunity can help them to solve their problems. They have issues, they have problems. When they hear this opportunity can actually solve their problem, they are willing to listen and give their attention and pay for whatever you are selling. So understand that it is not about you. People are not interested to know how much you know. People don't want to hear how much you know. People want to hear how much their lives can be transformed from your opportunity. So speak from the audience. Speak from the audience. If they've come expecting transformation, give it to them. Your invitation said you can take them from where they are to where they want to be. When they come, give it to them. Number two is you have to learn how to tell your story efficiently. In telling your story efficiently, you should understand the ingredients that make up a good story. A good story should have a background, should have what you didn't like about your background, how network marketing came to your rescue, and then what the future holds for you in network marketing. So, especially when it comes to network marketing, these are the ingredients for a wonderful story. You should learn your story, you should learn how to tell your story, and you should repeat it often. Okay, repeat your story often so that it becomes part of you. A good story has a background, what you didn't like about your background, how network marketing came to your rescue, and what the future holds. If you look at the flow, it is like there is a beginning, then something goes wrong, and then something happens, and what the future holds. When something went wrong, something came to the rescue, and what the future holds. If you look at the Bible, network marketing carries that same formula that is written in the Bible. Look at Genesis, how things were perfect. Then something went wrong when Adam and Eve sinned. Then, when you now move after all the stories and all the things that happened, the numerous events that happened, then you get to the New Testament where salvation comes in and fixes whatever was broken in Genesis. And then Revelation will now tell you what the future holds. You can see the flow going from the past and flows to the future. Past, present, future. So past, something happens, something came to the rescue, and the future says, this is after the rescue, this is the future that is envisaged. Same thing for network marketing. This was my past. This was what I didn't like about the past. Network marketing came to my rescue, and this is the future. Same model, different stories, same model. So, for example, this is my story. I come from an average background. Both my parents were civil servants. They gave me the usual formula that is given to most Nigerian children. Go to school, do well. When you do well, a good job will be waiting for you. I did exactly that. I came up the best in my secondary school. With that, I was given a scholarship to study in Russia. I went to Russia. I finished my undergraduate and master's with a first class in mechanical engineering. I got married and I returned to Nigeria with the hopes that a good job will be waiting for me. On getting back to Nigeria, I met the shocker of my life. I couldn't find a job. The only job I could find had a very meager salary. The salary could barely take me home. The take home could barely take me home, as they say. And I said to myself, we'll manage pending when that job of promise will come. But 1 year down the line, the salaries of all the workers were slashed. I knew that if I was to continue working for that company, I would be working as a slave. So I wrote my resignation letter and left. On leaving the company, my family was thrown into abject poverty because I couldn't find another job. I could barely feed my family. That was one of the most miserable times of my life. The fact that as a man I could not feed my family, I felt worthless. But Thank God I was able to let her. I thank God for that time, because it was in that time I pray that if I find an opportunity that will help me never to return to such a situation, I will hold on to it. And thankfully, later on, I found this opportunity. And when I saw it, I knew that it was the opportunity to help me never to return to that situation where I was before. And I held on to it like my life depended on it. Thankfully, today, my life is different. My life, things have happened for me. The skills I have learned from this business will help me never to become poor again. um, the people I am working with, my partners, my downlines in this business, that is what gives me the most joy. The fact that I'm helping people to build their businesses, I'm helping people to become the best versions of themselves. That is what encourages me and what motivates me to keep going on a daily basis. So the future is bright in this business. I see myself being a problem solver. I see myself being a solution to my generation in the nearest future. That is my that is my that is my story, and that is it. You see, it just takes the story, the background, what was wrong, what went wrong, how it was fixed, and how the future, what the future entails for the person. It's simple. Learn your story, learn the stories of your partners, learn the stories of your upline, learn the stories of your of your downlines, because those stories come in handy in time. At times you have an audience, maybe you have an all-female audience, and there's no way I will tell a story about a stay-at-home mom when I have never been a stay-at-home mom. So if I have a stay-at-home mom in my organization and I know her story and how she was able to break the barriers of not being able to work and get connected to our opportunity and build her own business working from home, I'll be able to tell this story. And these are the stories that motivate people to action. These are the stories that motivate people to do to these are the stories that motivate people to take action. Learn your stories, learn the stories of your downlines, learn the stories of your uplines, people around you. The more stories you have, the more relatable you become. Learn your stories, learn the stories of the people in your organization. And after that, number 3 is you have to learn the standard opportunity presentation in your organization. Once you've told your story, now you've given a background, you've given a background for people to understand that yes, you were just like them and you are where you are. Now, the third step is for you to show them how your organization, how your product can really transform their life. The transformation they are looking for, this is where you learn how to do it. You learn the standard opportunity presentation in your organization. Present it well, as tell them the benefit they stand to gain by plugging into your association, by plugging into your organization, by plugging into your, or by using your product. And that is how you get the people to participate. That's how you get to move the people. Learn how to close properly. Number 4 is learn how to close properly. Now you've gotten their attention. You've told them that you were just like them and now you are here, and they could be like you if they take the opportunity. Now it's time for you to close them. Learn how to do a proper closing so that when people listen, they are not just listening for listening's sake and clap for you for being a wonderful speaker, but they take action. If they do not take action, the whole presentation is useless. So learn how to close prospects. After your presentation, give a closing speech. Give them an invitation to join the transformation. That is what closing is all about. giving them an invitation to join the transformation, to join the moving train. Everybody wants to join what is working. You've shown them that it works. You've given them your story. You've shown them how it works using your standard opportunity presentation. Now, give them that invitation to join your organization and close them down. Close them down. Number 5, and the last point, is practice, practice, practice. Always practice your story. Repeat it over and over again until you master it. Practice your standard opportunity presentation. Practice it over and over again until you master it. Learn your closing speech. Learn how to close properly. Practice, practice, practice until you become perfect. Why most people don't succeed is because they don't start. Once you start, keep going, keep going. Your first presentation might not be the best presentation, but at least if you continue, your today will be better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today, and it keeps going like that. You learn while doing the job. In network marketing, you learn while doing the job. As long as you're practicing, you become more and more confident, and as you practice, your closing ratio becomes higher. People get to understand you. You understand your own story better, and you can see your audience and feel the feedback that they are giving to you, and you improve on a daily basis. So present is what I will advise. So with this, I hope that you've been able to learn what you need to do for you to present confidently, what you need to do to be able to stand in front of a crowd and tell them those ideas of yours, those beautiful ideas of yours, those things you have in your head that have been sleeping, and because you're scared of presenting, have been there in your mind, not paying rent, just lying idle. I hope this will help you to voice out, to say to bring out those ideas and talk to people and present like a pro, like you are. So I hope this video blesses you and helps you move from where you are to where you want to be. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you liked about the video, what you think we should improve upon, and how these videos are helping you in whatever organization you are. Thank you. See you next week. Ciao.